This verse by Kevin Pharaoh is a dense, emotionally raw piece filled with biblical allusions, trauma, and commentary on community, trust, and identity. Let's break it down section by section to understand its deeper meaning. 1. Paper cuts from the Bible saw my blood mix with blessings and started to spiral. Paper cuts from the Bible is a metaphor for spiritual or religious wounds, suggesting that studying or being raised in the Bible caused both literal and emotional pain. The image of blood mixing with blessings implies a merging of suffering and grace, perhaps a reference to the complex relationship between pain and spiritual growth. Started to spiral suggests that this pain led to emotional or mental instability. Still split 2 fish and 5 loaves instead of going viral refers to Jesus' miracle of feeding the multitude. He's performing a symbolic or moral act instead of chasing fame or clout, going viral. Suggests the speaker is focused on giving, surviving, or staying true to values instead of chasing trends or superficial success. 3. The vile visions plus prescriptions, I was baptized in denial. Vile visions could refer to hallucinations, trauma, or bad memories. Prescriptions might mean psychiatric drugs or medication tied to mental health struggles. Baptized in denial is a wordplay. Literal, Nile River equals Egyptian origin, echoing Moses' story. He was sent down the Nile. Metaphoric, denial is baptized in denial, suggesting avoidance or emotional suppression. Timothy totes the love of money being the root of all evil, yet when we were broke, we couldn't smile. References 1 Timothy 6 verse 10, the love of money is the root of all evil. Points out a contradiction. Even though love of money is condemned, poverty brought no joy. Survival was still harsh without it. 5. Trust issues didn't come from those who wanted kingdoms, and unlike Jesus chose to bow. Implies betrayal or disappointment didn't come from the obvious powerful or corrupt, but from everyday people who compromised, chose to bow, instead of standing for righteousness like Jesus did. 6. Both parents told me don't answer the door while alone, so all adults around me must have been foul. The speaker was taught to fear strangers, especially adults, suggesting a world where adults weren't safe or trustworthy, possibly alludes to abuse, danger, or growing up in a hostile environment. 7. Hearing my mother scream killed the dream of being a dad, was too young to shield the only person I loved. Extremely powerful and traumatic. Hearing his mother in pain traumatized him so deeply it damaged his future dreams of family. Witnessing violence without being able to protect her instilled helplessness and guilt. 8. The protector in me was dragged. What a childhood I had. His inner protector, the desire to shield loved ones, was beaten down by circumstances. Reinforces the pain and loss of innocence in childhood. 9. Stopped mingling with the melanated once I found out an old mate might have the same pop at the pad. Melanated refers to Black people. This suggests racial identity and community. The line implies discovering that someone he knows might share the same father, possibly due to infidelity or hidden family secrets. This caused deep personal betrayal or confusion about family, leading to distance from his own community. This verse is a deeply personal confession, mixing biblical imagery with trauma, mental health struggles, family dysfunction, and community disillusionment. Kevin Pharaoh paints a picture of a boy raised in spiritual doctrine, wrestling with pain, identity, betrayal, and the burden of protecting others before being ready. If you'd like, I can help unpack any specific section further.